Hello, YTPC and BookTube, whatever. This is the Gentleman Scholar. I haven't quite figured out how to flip the camera while the video is running, so I'm just going to show you the books I'm talking about. I stumbled across this, on eBay, and what this is if you read comics in the late 70s to early 80s, you came across these ads in comic books. I was a superhero junkie, of course, so reading Marvel and DC, but other comic companies did it too, Harvey, Archie Comics, and basically you got these little one-page ads. They're like self-contained stories. They were hawking Hostess cakes and pies and everything. These one-page stories where, of course, all the villains could be defeated if you just threw a Hostess cake or a fruit pie at them. So you have Twinkies, fruit pies, that kind of thing. And some of these I actually remember seeing. I mean, I was happy just to find this. I would love a what do you call it? I would love a coffee table book filled with all of them, but this is the closest thing. I was a little disappointed that it wasn't comic size, but I was happy for this. I have to find the one that makes me laugh here because it's pretty vicious. Let's see it. There's one in here where Captain America tempts the cosmic cube, the Tesseract from the movies, with with a Twinkie, and of course that convinces it to like stop being evil. Come on, where the hell is it? There it is. I just came across this and I loved it. Peter Parker, Mary Jane. You'll have to excuse me for a minute. He goes, you have this thing, Tiger, and I hate it, that every time there's trouble, you disappear. And then of course, he goes out there and makes his excuses, webs up the criminals, leaves her with some cupcakes too to take her mind off the fact that he's gone again, that he's running away from trouble. And then she comes like, sorry it took me so long, MJ, but I got a little distracted. No sweat, Peter. The Hostess cupcakes you left me with were a lot more rewarding to me than you've ever been. Ouch, that's cold. But they're not normally all of these cartoons are not normally this sardonic, but these are beautiful and ridiculous, and anyone who's ever read comics during this time period just fondly remembers these. I keep meaning to do a Christmas card that's modeled after one of these, but it's a lot. It looks like a lot of work. But yeah, DC did these as well. I remember, Batman and Robin and Wonder Woman and Green Lantern and Hawkman. They were all like using Hostess fruit pies and cakes to like defeat the criminals. And yeah, that's a nice blast from the past and a fond memory. Collecting over 80 Hostess snack ads from the 70s and 80s featuring Marvel Comics' greatest heroes. These never-before collected adventures feature Spider-Man, the Hulk, Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, Daredevil, Captain Marvel, and the Fantastic Four dealing out justice and sharing their delicious Hostess snacks. So yeah. On the other end of the spectrum, there's this thing called Post Secret. I discovered this I think it was in Goodwill, I want to say about a year and a half ago. I remember doing a video about it. And of course, at first, when I was cleaning up my room, I was thinking of getting rid of it. This is basically the physical manifestation. I'll read you the introduction because it explains it far better than I ever could. Let's see. The project that captured a nation's imagination. The instructions were simple, but the results were extraordinary. You are invited to anonymously contribute a secret to a group art project. Your secret can be a regret, fear, betrayal, desire, confession, or childhood humiliation. Reveal anything as long as it's true and you have never shared it with anyone before. Be brief, be legible, be creative. And I remember stumbling across these things online a while back, and it kind of became a fascination with me. Yeah, it's just, there's something dark and sticky and sometimes inspiring about these little secrets. And some of them are, some of them are cute. Some of them are, Well, some of them are quite horrifying. Let's see. I fear that I'm going to be alone for the rest of my life, and I don't want to have to settle in order not to be, for example. When I get angry, I write bad words on my toaster strudel, stuff like that. But the one I came across that kind of stunned me, and I'm trying to find it here. I take extreme measures to poop in solitude. I put lost socks to good use. I masturbate into them. Oh yeah, see, that would be a secret that you wouldn't admit to anybody. I don't know if I am faking it. Yeah, I decided to keep this because it's so raw and so real. And let's face it, we live in a society of fakery. I used to get high and watch Lawrence Welk. That one's for you, Ron Dickey Labs. Trying to find the one that someone's... There it is. I wished on a dandelion for my husband to die. Stuff like that. I tell people I don't believe in God when really I just refuse to believe. I've refused to worship a God that would let my grandfather hurt me like he did. Stuff like that. I mean, that stuff is raw. It's dark. And, this one, I ran across this one before. I broke up with my friend who used to call me darling when we made love before I fell in love with a man. Fell in love with a man before I fell in when he... Okay, I broke up with my boyfriend who used to call me darling when we made love before I fell in love with a man who, when he fucks, calls me slut. You know, stuff like that. I mean, shoplift. Yeah, these are raw. They're not rated PG-13. So, yeah, I decided to keep it and just keep it as something to take down off the shelf and flip through it because, yeah, there's something fast. There's something real about like an art project like that. In this world where we have like 100 million influencers, like trying to put on a show about, you know, what a great fisherman they are or how together they have it and how they're going to tell you how they can teach you how to have it together. Yeah, there's just something really, really refreshing about that kind of authenticity. Anyway, that's all. I just want to say hello from the Gentleman Scholar. Hope you're doing well. Take care, and we'll speak to you soon.